Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. I'm Adam. This is the Manchester United against Chelsea preview in the FA Cup quarter-finals. How are you guys doing? Now today, I'm not at the game unfortunately. I am at home watching the game. But big game for Manchester United tonight. It's United against Chelsea in the FA Cup. It's Spencer's birthday. Can we get a win on Spencer's birthday? Happy birthday, Spencer. Thank you guys for getting all of your comments in the comments section on the side. And thank you for joining us here live for the preview. Now, yesterday we heard the news that Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, Wayne Rooney were on the sidelines with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was suspended. But now, apparently, Marcus Rashford is out there with the squad, which is great news coming through. If he's travelled out there with the squad, absolutely fantastic news. So well done. Great news for that. If he's back fit, and well done to Jose Mourinho. Was it a little bit of mind games ahead of the game? Now, we obviously had all the guys in the media coming out saying that, United are without all these guys. They didn't travel. Now, if you remember before the cup final, Mata didn't travel with the team, but he was out there in Spain at his grandfather's funeral and met up with the team in London later. Now, similarly here, the media haven't really known what's going on. Is Marcus Rashford in the squad? Is Martial in the squad? They didn't see them travelling out there on the train, so they automatically said Marcus Rashford, Martial aren't in the squad. But it seems that Marcus Rashford is in the squad. Hopefully Anthony Martial is too, and the newspapers have got that one wrong. It wouldn't be the first time the newspapers got it wrong. Nelly's saying, have a nasty feeling about tonight. It could get ugly. Now, I totally understand everybody's concerns in terms of potentially losing. We're going there massive underdogs, particularly with Zlatan Ibrahimovic out, Wayne Rooney out. If Anthony Martial's out, Anthony Martial out. So we're going there with some massive players missing for Manchester United. And obviously they're going to be a miss. We lost there 4-0 earlier in the season. Chelsea are cruising at the top of the league. So we are definitely underdogs. But people writing us off, I would not write us off. And I'll tell you why I wouldn't write Manchester United off today. Firstly, because Jose Mourinho is our manager. He is a man that even if Rashford isn't playing or isn't available to play, can go there and get a result. We know that whether it's pretty or not. We know Jose Mourinho has the capabilities of playing without a striker and getting a result. So that gives me a little bit of confidence. And secondly, we are not shit. I've heard people say, United are shit, we're going to get battered, this, that and the other. Give me a break. United are not shit. Why do people speak such shit about United? It's unbelievable. Yes, we're not as good as we once were, but we are trying to get back there. Yes, we're on the move up. And I think, given this league, obviously we've dropped a lot of points at home in games we should be winning. But in this league, I only think Chelsea are clearly better than us at the moment. I don't think any other team is. So I wouldn't write Manchester United off. But it is going to be very difficult without Zlatan Ibrahimovic and without Wayne Rooney in the side and without potentially Anthony Martial. But it looks like Marcus Rashford has travelled out there with the team in what could have been some Mourinho mind games. Now, Martial, Rashford and Mickey up front in a 4-3-3, says Tesso. Now, that was my preferred front three. I would have rather seen that front three, but if Anthony Martial is out, then you could easily bring Juan Mata or Jesse Lingard in there and still have a decent attacking line. I think the midfield is going to be massively important today. The performances of Carrick, Herrera, Fellaini, Pogba, whoever plays in that midfield area, if Carrick plays in a role further up the pitch, if Fellaini plays in a role further up the pitch, those guys are going to have a massive impact on this game. We've got no major strikers. If Rashford does travel, still he's a young player. And I know Paul Pogba's a young player, but this is going to be a game for him now, whether he can step up or not. And Herrera in the midfield for Manchester United, Kante in the midfield for them. Who has the better of the day out of those two players could probably decide this match. Because if Ander Herrera has a good game, we've seen the stats this season, he's been performing better than N'Golo Kante, who's taken a lot of headlines. And rightly so, because N'Golo Kante has been absolutely fantastic in the last year or so. But United, going into this game with players at our disposal that can do a job. Of course, the FA Cup isn't going to be top of our priority list. Jose Mourinho has said that himself as well. He said this isn't the top of our priority list. The Europa League, we can get into the Champions League through that. The Premier League, we can get into the Champions League through that. So those two take priority over the FA Cup. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few changes made with that game in mind on Thursday against Rostov. But this game in particular is going to be very, very difficult for Manchester United. But for some reason, I'm feeling quite confident about this. I really am feeling quite confident about this for some reason. I don't know whether it's because of Mourinho's tendency to get a result when the chips are down or when there's doubters. Manchester United's tendency to get a result when the chips are down and when there's doubters. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a result here today. Guys, I've got about 300 of you in here at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. My team that I would like to see start would be David De Gea in goal. Then I'd go with Valencia at right back, Bailey and Smalling at centre half, with Luke Shaw or Daley Blind at left back. Then in midfield I'd go with Carrick, Herrera, Pogba, and I think he's going to play Mkhitaryan, Fellaini and Rashford. That's the team that I think we'll see. So I don't think he'll play Lingard or Mata. I think he'll play Fellaini in a further forward position. And to use him almost as a auxiliary striker, someone that can drop into the middle when needs be, become an aerial threat that Marcus Rashford isn't. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that kind of team. But of course, having just said that, it makes me think Jesse Lingard's bound to play in this game, isn't he? Jose Mourinho tends to go for him. And Juan Mata has to play, right? But will he play? I'm not too sure. Alex, I will be on the Guinness as soon as I'm finished here chatting to you guys ahead of this game. Don't worry about that one. Jordan, I'm not sure I'm your dad, mate. You'll have to go and check that one out yourself. But shouldn't they play Mata? They should, and I just said that as myself, kind of contradicting myself. I wouldn't be surprised to see Juan Mata in there. But that's the team. I think we'll see most of those players in the team. Maybe one taken out for Mata or Lingard. Maybe Carrick not playing, Mata play instead. But I'm thinking Jose Mourinho is going to really block up that midfield area. TalkSport chatting shit 2 hours ago, replaced Man United as the biggest team in England. Biggest team in England. Probably the best team in England at the moment. They're not the biggest team in England. Take a long time for them to become that. Lingard over Mata because of his pace. I think that will come into it, Sudarshan. Chelsea can't handle pace. Yes, and that's why I was really looking forward to seeing Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford both playing. But it looks like it'll just be Marcus Rashford. It looks like it'll just be that one. What about Ashley Young? Could he play in the defence? I don't think he'll play it further forward. So not too sure about that one. Did you see Sky Sports News saying we don't have a chance, says Man Like Nick? I've seen other people say worse. Manchester United fans say worse, so I'm not too surprised about that one. Well done, Football Focus's Damiano. Thank you very much, mate. If you haven't seen that, guys, then we did a preview, myself and Stephen, in the BBC Football Focus studios with Dan Walker, which is on the BBC website and youtube.com/fulltimedevils. So go and check that out as well. If you haven't, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here. Is Rashford fit, said Rashid. I'm not sure whether he's fit to start, but it does look like he has travelled contrary to reports in the media and in the news last night. I did say online I wouldn't be surprised if one of them travelled. Full-time Devils are saying don't get drawn into it. Don't get sucked in because it may not be true. The papers have been wrong before. Because what the papers do, yeah, they'll be at a train station taking pictures of people, of the team going on a train, and then they'll assume that those are all the players that are in the squad. But obviously, some players can travel separately, or they may not have just seen somebody. So yeah. Craig Mitch wished Zlatan got injured and now Kane is out. Did he really? That is funny. That is funny indeed. Harmandeep says he saw the video. Thank you, Harmandeep. Daniel thinks United are going to win. Packed Mouse says, McKola, what do you think the score will be? I think it will be 1-1, go into extra time, and United will either grab a late goal or we'll win it on penalties, just like we did in Moscow. Remember, guys, this game today has to be settled on the day. new rules in the FA Cup quarterfinals. There's no replays. There are no replays. And yeah. You can't Skype me at the moment, Josh, no, but it's something I'll try and set up in the future. I don't have the capabilities or the knowledge of producer Chris to be unable to make that happen right now. Will we park the bus or hold possession and attack? I don't think we will go out there to attack today, Abhishek. Was that Abhishek? Yeah, it was. I don't think we'll go out there to attack today, but I do think we'll... I think it might be a park the bus job, you know. Maybe not as park the bus as some of Jose Mourinho's previous games, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see us go out there a little bit defensively. As I said, the team that I'd play would be Valencia, Luke Shaw or Daley Blind at left back. I don't mind who. Then I go with Smalling and Bailly. Then I go with Carrick, Herrera, Pogba. Could we see Carrick, Herrera, Pogba, Fellaini, Mkhitaryan and Rashford? What do you think about that? Rashid, apologies, there was no FIFA Friday this week. Super busy. Was at the BBC studios doing the football focus stuff. And someone from my family passed away as well, so I wasn't really in the mood to be making a FIFA video. But yeah, Zlatan says who will do the fan cam. Squawker Dave is doing fan cams today. So that's going to happen. I gave the score prediction, S. Dillon. I said 1-1, go into extra time, United 2, win on penalties. Yeah, Isaac. Dan did say I've got a job for life at the BBC if it's 1-1 and we win on penalties. So hopefully that happens. Martial is apparently ill, but whether he's with the squad or not, I'm not sure. Rashford is with the squad though, contrary to reports yesterday, which is absolutely fantastic news. Guys, get your predictions in the comments below. I want all your predictions coming through. Armand's in Toronto. How are you doing, mate? Thank you for all the nice condolences and stuff, guys. You are absolutely legends. Rashford isn't there now, says Josh. Josh, are you referring to the reports yesterday? Because it seems that Rashford has travelled. It has travelled. Our front three should be Mickey Marshall and Rashford. I agree with that as well. Guys, prediction times then. Prediction times. My team prediction is... I'm changing it from the beginning, by the way. My team prediction. De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Bailly, Daley Blind, Carrick, Fellaini, Herrera, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Rashford. That's my team prediction. Guys, my score prediction is 1-1. Go into extra time. United to win it on penalties. Abdullah says. Sorry, someone else said Wexit. That was absolutely fucking hilarious, wasn't it? That is absolute. Wasn't my grandfather, by the way, guys. It was one of my uncles. The Memphis goal is absolutely amazing. I have seen that. I have seen that. So yeah, that's my score prediction, guys. What are your score predictions? Make sure you keep them coming in. Get your random thoughts in on the game as well. Romero in goal, I reckon, says Swish. Does anybody agree with him? Shadow Gamers really optimistic. Is saying 3-1 to United. If the reports are Tetris, says Lewis. Swap Smallish for Rojo, says Leighton. Smallish. Come on, United, says JJ. 1-0, says Regan. 1-1, says Wesley. No chance, says Fak. Nakashish says 2-1. Fox Smalling, Rojo and Bailey, says IFT4G. I did see Abdullah in the comments earlier as well. Subscribe to his channel. Tessa Oscar made me laugh. Matter is going to be key. Said somebody, these comments are moving really, really quick. So thank you for keeping all your comments coming in. Yes, Marcus Rashford has travelled, contrary to the news in the Manchester Evening News yesterday. They get so many things wrong these days. Guys, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment and share. My prediction for the game, 1-1 with United winning on penalties. You guys, get your predictions in the comments below. Get your predicted teams in the comments below. This is an absolutely massive game for Manchester United today. We really do. Do we need to get a victory? No. It's not the end of the world if we do not get a victory. Premier League and Europa League has to take priority. But one game away from Wembley, go into the FA Cup final if we got there. would only mean two extra games this season, the semi-final and the final. That's not a big deal. It's not like the Europa League where we got to play 7 more games to win it. So I don't want to hear nothing about, if we go out, it doesn't matter. I want United to go for this today. I really do want us to go for it, even if we haven't got a full strength side, because I love the FA Cup. I absolutely love the FA Cup, and hopefully we'll still be in the draw tonight for the semi-finals. The FA Cup semi-final lineup is looking tasty at the moment. Tottenham, Manchester City and Arsenal, or United or Chelsea be joining them. Guys, get your comments in below. Make sure you subscribe, like and share. Thank you all 500 of you for joining us today. Abdullah's channel is called AGTV Football, I think it might be called. Go and check that out somewhere. And for now, guys, I'll be back later, but I'm out of here.